to sell our podcast to Spotify for $100 million. That's not real.
No,
don't click on that.
I really thought that was real.
Yeah.
No, but all right. Here's
Not
the real.
yet.
Here's the real story of where the fuck you been, Ray.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law is getting married in Cyprus, and in case you don't know where Cyprus is, okay.
There you go. That was my question.
Oh, okay. Let me try and share my screen. Hopefully, this doesn't blow everything up.
Good for the listeners.
We have listeners.
There we go. Okay.
Apparently, the data shows. There's Turkey.
There we go.
Okay, so it's an island.
It's an island right there in the middle of. Oh no.
Oh, it's very close to some shady places.
Yeah, but there's a lot of water around. You're fine.
Is it?
Was there an earthquake there? Because that's what I'm seeing right now.
It looks like it. Yeah, I'm gonna seizure.
I know.
Nothing likes me right now.
Were you on Epilepsy Island?
Let me try to share this a different way and see if this will make it better.
Yeah, that'll make it better.
Yeah.
Anyway, it appears that Cyprus, but you didn't go there first, right? So back it up here a bit. Why did you go where you first started?
First, the Earth cooled. Let's start there.
Apparently, I'm not going to be able to share that at all. So anyway.
Okay. All right. Let's describe. People may know where England is.
Yes. So anyway, so we were going to go to Cyprus, which was, as I just showed, in the middle of the East Mediterranean, next to Turkey and Lebanon and Israel and all Syria and all those countries.
Yourselves. You can find out where Cyprus is.
In order to get there, and because it's 9 hours ahead of my current time, we stopped in London on the way there for a few days. So that way we could not have a 15-hour flight. We would have a 10-hour flight and a 4-hour flight instead, which was slightly easier to manage.
I should not share that because now we're getting audio back.
That's weird. Oh, my bad. Wrong one.
We don't know how to do this yet, kids. We're only 532 episodes in. We don't know how to do this.
By 1,000, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the time we overtake Mark Maron, we'll get there.
That's right.
Yeah. So before we went to Cyprus, we went to London, and we stayed at the Park Plaza. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. It's
I'm not jet lagged. I'll do the show tonight.
I am much more jet lagged than I thought. Westminster Bridge. That one. It was right across from Big Ben. Yeah, first result there. We were right in the middle of downtown London, right across from Big Ben, right next to the Waterloo station, so we could take the train anywhere we needed to. It was a great location. You were able to see everything.
The Eye back there, yeah. The London Eye, the big Ferris wheel.
Yeah, so we got there at like 7:30 in the morning, and then it was an hour and a half ride to the hotel from Heathrow. So by the time we got to the hotel, got checked in, everything was like 11. So we walked across, saw Big Ben, walked just past Big Ben is Westminster Abbey. So if you just go across the bridge there to the left, you'll see Big Ben there. You'll see Westminster Abbey. We went down Victoria Street, and there's a little alley down there past Victoria Street that is off the A302, just to the left there. The one that's kind of like not really shown.
Hopefully you're watching this on YouTube, and it'll make sense.
But yeah, we walked by Westminster Abbey, and then we found this place called the Grafton Arms, which is right there off of like Broadway and A302, just south of it, where I got my first fish and chips in London.
Okay.
Just a little pub, like you're just stereotypical, I don't know, English pub. It was not the best, but it was solid fish and chips for being up for 15 hours at that point.
Is this where you had the beer that you were unimpressed with?
It was everywhere I went to in London. I had beer, though.
Isn't it just pub food? Why is it classic British pub food?
Marketing.
Probably.
But no, I was asked by an English gentleman, that's a nod, Walden, if you're listening, actually, what kind of beer you had.
I tried as much different kinds I could. I tried their IPAs, which were shit because they were all lame session IPAs with no flavor, no hops in them at all.
Okay.
There you are.
Yep. I tried their cask ales. I had one cask pale ale that was good. I don't remember what it was called. Good is relative in terms of English beer, but it at least had some flavor. It was okay. It was a different place later on, but no, all their beers everywhere, they were just garbage. None of them were memorable in any way, shape, or form.
Interesting.
And I skipped on a lot of vegan meals on this trip because why would I eat vegan food when I'm in Europe? I
do have to just come back in and say I'm playing both sides of the fence here. I did tell Walden that you were unimpressed with the beers that you had over there. One, he said, don't go to fucking London for beer. Two, he said, I'm not going to take this seriously from a guy from a country who invented Bud Light. And I had no response to that. I was just like,
you know what?
Touche.
He didn't create it.
No, I know. But neither did Walden didn't create this thing either. So he's not from
London. You know what our country did? We learned that Bud Light was shit, so we made actual beer instead.
Okay, all right. That's if I would have been thinking on my toes, I would have come back with that. But all right.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a quick lunch there. Then we walked north because the parks between Buckingham Palace and one of the other palaces or whatever is right there. So we walked around St. James Park there, saw the ducks, saw the animals and things that were there, all the flowers. It was great. Walked to Buckingham Palace, saw the guys with the big fluffy hats on, the guards and all that.
That's gotta be pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's obviously all the touristy shit, but you got to go there and see all of it.
Sure.
I mean, you're there. So yeah, I walked there. That was cool. Then we walked up to Trafalgar Square. I'm probably butchering how you pronounce that.
Trafalgar.
Yeah, just there to the northwest, a little bit more to the east. Sorry, wrong direction there. Other way. I had the west and east mixed up again. But yeah, I walked up to Trafalgar Square. There's a bar right up across from it. So we sat there. I had a Negroni there because the one thing I was told before the trip was that London is known more for its gin than its beer. So I made sure to drink more gin than anything on.
Makes sense. I do have a bottle of London gin in my kitchen as we speak.
Yep. Did you check out London's smallest police station?
We definitely walked by that because we walked all through that square there on that first day. There's a little pizza place there.
Then it didn't happen.
Oh, I've got lots of pictures, but my apparently computer won't let me share any of them. So,
all right, there will be 1 million pictures on the Instagram at Live on Tape Delay.
Yeah, but yeah. Then there's a little pizza place there. We got some pizza there. There's a dessert place. If you go down on Northumberland Avenue, zoom in a little bit on that one.
Did you get a Greg's sausage roll?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's a throwback. That's a throwback.
Oh.
There is now a wax representation, courtesy of Madame Tussauds in London, of the Greg's sausage roll. It's that popular that they did a wax figurine of this sausage roll. So, okay, you didn't get a Greg's. That's fine.
No. Not that one. That Concerto, Cafe Concerto, right there.
Obviously, the beer wasn't good enough if you can remember exactly where you went.
Exactly. But the desserts here were fantastic. We had like a pistachio cake, a tiramisu, and like some kind of cheesecake thing. Amazing. Absolutely like out of this world desserts.
Did you have any pasties?
It's pasta.
It's pasty. No, it's a pasty. It's like a little like a pie. Like a little baked pie thing.
I did not have any baked pies, no.
No, okay, no pasties.
See, you could have the full vegan breakfast here, and you did not.
I did have one of those at a different place later on. But this was after pizza, so we were going for desserts only.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So we stopped there for desserts, and then at that point, it was like 6 or 7 o'clock, and we were like, we're going back to the hotel, going to sleep. So that was the end of that Monday. Just quick little walk around, couple meals, see some stuff, and go to sleep. And then we woke up early the next day, and there's a place right down the street from that hotel we were staying at called the Corner Cafe, I think it was.
Clever name. I bet it was on a corner.
Let's try looking that up. It was, and it was they very much like Nope, not that far.
There can't be more than one corner cafe now, can there be?
No, not in London. It's tiny.
It's ridiculous.
Hercules Road, maybe.
It's
Yes, that
Oh,
one.
does this look like the place? Is this it? Is this the amazing
view they have
you
pink
had?
tables? You could. Are those ashtrays on the table?
Those
Could you
are
still
red.
smoke there?
Yeah.
The amazing thing is everybody in Europe smokes still, all the time.
I'm going to Europe.
Everywhere.
Fucking start smoking.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah, this was just like your normal like English place. I did get their vegetarian breakfast there.
I want that.
Yeah.
Oh, eggs, ham,
this
fucking
to
chips and beans. I want that right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
so
just your
good.
stereotypical little English corner cafe, and it was fantastic.
Look at all them beans.
And those are not baked
It's
beans,
actually a plate I
as
got
I
right
understand.
there.
Those are tomato beans.
That white plate right there is
That's
exactly what I got. That was their vegetarian breakfast. Not that one, the one in the last picture we had. But yeah, they had little vegetarian sausage, hash browns, tomatoes, mushrooms, the beans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I want it
Nice little
now.
start to the day.
Looks good. I want beans for breakfast.
I've done it.
I had a lot of beans that trip. And then, we walked from
Beans are
there
a good source
to
of protein.
They are.
And
they
fiber.
are. And then, we walked from there to the river, which is to the west of here, grabbed a tea and walked north on the river back up to the hotel. There is an interesting thing there, right there along the river, where they have a COVID memorial, and it goes for like a mile. And it's just all these little hearts of people who have died from COVID in the UK. And it's just right there on the wall. And it just goes for forever. And it was insane to see that put into that perspective.
Yeah, like a legit visual representation of people that have died.
Yeah. And it goes on for an unfathomable amount of time.
Wow.
And this is just a small set here that this video is showing.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we walked up that, got back to the hotel.
That's just UK deaths. That's not. Or do we know? Or am I
don't know the
question?
Specifics. Okay. They had a thing there saying it was UK deaths, but I think it was kind of anybody could put things on there if they wanted to.
Okay. Either way, that's kind of bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah. UK is kind of strong. Yeah. So I guess it is just UK.
Wow.
500 meters.
That's cool.
1,500 feet. Yep.
Damn.
1,500 feet. That's not that long.
1,500.
So, well, with that kind of death density right there, that's
exactly.
It's not like it's a heart. It's not heart per meter.
Not even a mile.
Still.
That's cool though. Did you get some photos of that?
Yeah, I did. I'll share those as well.
I'd say post them on our Instagram, but nobody else has access but me.
Yep.
Moving on.
And then from there, we went to the graffiti tunnel. Yeah. If you want to look that one up, the graffiti tunnel was awesome. We went there a couple times actually because it was like right by the hotel, and it gave us a pathway to other things. But yeah, it's just a tunnel where people are just constantly doing graffiti.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Jesus is king.
I don't remember seeing that.
I mean, if it says it, yeah.
Has it been painted over in the last 10 months? 9 months?
Probably.
Fish. Hashtag fish lover.
Hell yeah.
People were doing graffiti while we were there. You could smell the paint when you walked into it.
That's actually cool. It also looks like it would be a great
place for a music video.
No, I think it's a Fortnite map somehow. But
this is I want to take this and put a picture of us here like we were there. And then that would look pretty sweet. Let's do it.
But do it in MS Paint so it looks really bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if we have AI put us in there, but tell it to do it in like MS Paint style and have even AI fuck it up.
Yes. Okay. I think we can. All right, we will do it. We will do it if we remember.
But they have a bunch of pubs in there. Yeah, they have like a bunch of bars and pubs in there. Yeah, and one of them is an American style pub that's based off of a Philly style pub. So it's all
they had a Patties.
Philly sports memorabilia. Yeah, basically they're trying to build a Patties.
And I thought, our country's supposed to be the one that fucking steals everything and claims it for ourselves. They're stealing our shit now, too. Pussy. Passyunk. Oh.
Passyunk. Yeah, that's the American one.
Okay. I thought it said pussy something, but I just can't read right now.
Yeah, they tried to make it look like an American pub. Citywide special. See, they got the place in pub.
What is a citywide special? It's just like all the bars here.
That looks like a New York. Yeah, that looks like a New York City bar. It's super narrow. It's super long.
It also looks like every bar I went to in Philly when I was there last.
Oh, all right. So accurate. Oh, look, there's even vomit on the floor. Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
America.
But we did not go to that for a beer. We went to the Firehouse, which I think was right around there, right around the corner from the graffiti tunnel.
What did it say? Cheesesteaks and buffalo wings? That's what we're known for? All right.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. The Firehouse did have the one beer that I did enjoy. It was not in the graffiti tunnel. It was around the corner from it.
Well, damn it.
Because once you come out of the graffiti tunnel, you take a left and there's a street and it's just nothing but the fire station, Waterloo Road. And there's just a long street of restaurants and street vendors and stuff like that. And so we walked by there and then went in here and stopped in for a drink. They had an IPA that was actually good in there. It's from Brixton Brewing. So that was the one beer that I enjoyed in my entire time in London was in this place.
Okay.
So it wasn't all garbage. They had one good beer.
I mean, it looks pretty like I feel like I could get that here.
That's why we didn't eat there. We just got the beer.
It's atmosphere.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was just a stop on the way. We walked by, we did all the other walking. We were like, let's stop and have a beer. Just picked a place and went in there.
Nice.
But then, that was all just in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we took the train over to Borough Market, which is over near London Bridge.
Did it fall down?
Yeah, that one. Not while we were there.
Okay.
That's good.
But Borough Market, this is just a giant market of like individual food vendors. You can get anything you want there, and there's all sorts of ridiculous foods there. I got a pulled pork sandwich there, again, skipping the vegan meals. It had a pesto, tomato sauce, something else on it, and they grated a shit ton of Parmesan on it, and it was on the most amazing bread I think I've ever had. It was by far one of the top 3 sandwiches I've had in my life.
Pesto on pulled pork? No, I'm sorry for the alliteration there, but that I can't picture it, but I want to try it now.
I'm sure there's probably a picture somewhere in here of the sandwich, because it's like getting viral on social media and all that stuff, and it was awesome.
Pesto on pulled pork. I think that's like a vocal warm up right there.
Pesto on pulled pork.
Pesto on pulled pork. Pesto on pulled pork. Pesto on pulled pork. Pesto on red leather, yellow leather. What? Oh.
Yeah, that was a cool spot. Just a bunch of little food things. We spent a couple hours there, and then we went to the Tower Bridge. So London Bridge and Tower Bridge are different. London Bridge is just a bridge. Tower Bridge is the one that actually has towers on it. It is, but everybody apparently gets the two confused because this is the one that has that on it, and that's the one everybody wants to see. London Bridge is just a boring bridge.
Interesting, because looking at a picture of Tower Bridge, if I would look at a picture, it's like, what is that? I would say that's London Bridge. So okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, I want to see now London Bridge.
Oh no.
Not Loddon Bridge.
You don't want to see Loddon Bridge?
No, Loddon Bridge is something different. So Tower Bridge, okay. Oh yeah, London Bridge is just a fucking bridge.
Yeah,
okay.
That's boring.
Yeah. So yeah, we walked up to London Bridge and we're like, that's not where we want to go. So we walked down to Tower Bridge.
Okay.
And then right across from Tower Bridge is London Castle, I think. Tower of London.
London's asshole. Oh.
Yeah. So walked around. Walked around Tower of London, saw that. That was cool. The ancient relic and all the stuff, and lots of great views there and touristy shit. All this.
Do you feel bad? Like, do you know how much pain some of these places have caused?
Well, I mean, that would.
About that while you were,
I mean, that would. You live with that within our own country, so
that's
how
true.
bad can I feel for another country doing it?
He didn't go to Germany, so let's save that for a different episode. But
what's next?
Oh, we'll get into that. Anyway, yeah, so we did that, and then there was a boat that took you back to Westminster. So we took the boat tour back so we could see everything a different way, and because we wanted to do planes, trains, buses, and boats, and automobiles.
Nice.
Yeah, you wanted to do all the.
Did you go swimming in the Thames?
I did not.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, a little boat tour back, and then
bring a little bottle of it back with you. Little piece of the Thames.
Yeah,
that's why my stomach's upset tonight. I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, did that, and then what was that? That would have been Tuesday, and then Wednesday we went to the National Gallery, which is a massive art gallery that just goes on for. We spent hours there, and it's free. You don't have to pay to get in or anything. You just walk in, you start walking around. But it's got everything you can think of: Monet's, Rembrandt's, Van Gogh's, going back to art from the 1300s. Like it's just.
I think they have a gold toilet. Art. I believe that's the place that houses the gold toilet that was made for Trump. Made in
what?
Yeah. There's a. I don't know if it's
I did not see that while we were there.
Somebody made a gold toilet as a farce toward America. And it was like the Trump toilet. Yeah.
It's amazing how much value we've assigned to these things that are arbitrarily worthless.
Yes, but historically, how do you it comes down to how do you quantify history?
Whose perception of history?
Whoever is willing to put money up on it. That's what it is. You know, is it
what we were looking for? What we were looking for as we were going through the rooms was when did Jesus become white?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I don't think we quite found the moment in time, but there was a definite shift as you got later in the rooms where Jesus was more white than he was in the earlier rooms.
Interesting.
All right, that's cool. That's a good historical history.
Yeah, we should potentially do some research and see if maybe Jesus had that same problem Michael Jackson had.
Oh, maybe. You know, we never know. Because when did Michael Jackson start turning white? It was in his late 20s, early 30s, right? So
yeah, it's right around the time Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, Jesus could have just maybe it's not artistic depiction. It's he actually got lighter.
He had whatever that disease is called. I can't think of the name of it
Michael Jackson
now, but that could be.
Vitiligo.
Named it. Yes.
You're fucking welcome, Internet.
Around the corner from the National Gallery. Around the corner from the National Gallery.
7 beers, I can still come out with vitiligo.
All right.
Yep. Around the corner from that is Little Italy. We stopped by there for some food because why not? We were starving by that point. It's just to the north of it. It's like literally between, or right there near Leicester Square. There's a little Italy there.
It's Chinatown, you racist.
to the south of it.
Same thing. No, it's not.
I can't understand them either way.
Jesus Christ.
On Irving Street there.
Foreigners.
That's where Little
You brought your fucking Texas to London. That's what happened.
And then we walked around. There's just endless bars and pubs and stuff. So we walked around there for a little bit and went to a couple more pubs and had some more gin and tonics because the beers were shit. So yes, again, shitting on London beers.
Fair.
And then the next day we flew to Cyprus, which we were in Paphos, Cyprus.
Paphos?
Paphos. P-A-P-F or P-A-P-H-O-S. Yeah.
Okay.
I did not know this, but Cyprus is actually owned by two countries. The northern part of it is actually Turkish, and the southern part of it is Cypriot.
Were you in the southern part?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the eastern southern part. Western southern part. We stayed over there.
This part must be garbage, huh? Because Turkey owns it.
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
for no reason, I have no backing in this.
I'm being honest.
I thought Cyprus, and maybe this was way back, I thought this was I thought the entire island was Greek. For
Common
no reason.
misconception. They are their
That's
they're
common?
their own country. They share similar languages. They share a lot of similar food, but they are their own country.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, that's my American
Paphos
education showing.
Yeah, it's just a little beach town, but they have a lot of stuff there. If you zoom in on it, on Paphos in particular, basically every day was just like walking around and seeing stuff there. So like we were at the Elmira Resort there. I think it was called something like that. Myra Hotel, yeah, that one. Yeah, right there. So yeah, we were able to walk around and see a bunch of stuff. So they have the archaeological stuff there. They've got mosaics from 300 AD that are still present just down the street from here. Yeah, if you play this video, it'll probably show you the castle there in the background. That was built in like 1300 or something like that, and you can go in that for like €5. So we went in that and walked around. They had the archaeological site, which is like €5 to see, where you can walk around for hours just looking at mosaics from like 300 AD. They have Old Town Paphos, which is a bunch of markets and restaurants that have been there forever. We went there one day. It was basically see a bunch of old shit. And then my brother-in-law got married there, and with that view in the background of the ocean and everything.
Was that lady there? Go back 2, 3.
Not for that part.
She wasn't there?
For.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
Okay.
She probably if you paid extra.
Oh,
we did not pay extra for that.
Yeah. Why is the masseuse Asian though? Still okay. All right, I'm being racist. That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audio listeners.
Well, why would you get married there?
Because his wife is Romanian. They live in Abu Dhabi, and we were coming from the U.S.
So you just kind of met somewhere in the middle-ish?
Basically, yeah.
And it looks fucking incredible. So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks
great.
Yeah. I just didn't know if there's any reason, like maybe he was from Cyprus or something.
No. But no, I mean, the food was great. There's so many restaurants there, and you can just basically walk around and find any of them. So like the first night we went to just this bar that was on this bar and restaurant that was on the beach there. If you zoom in to the left,
God, I hope I can put this on YouTube. Audio listeners, please go check YouTube, and maybe there's some video going on along with this. If not, like try to Google along with us.
Past the municipal baths to the left. If you keep going to the left, there's a whole stretch there of just endless restaurants and things. Right there. Yeah, right there next to the
there's a Pizza
municipal
Express.
Baths on Avenue.
Sold.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, that. No, it's just as you walk down there, it's just endless shops and things owned by people from Cyprus. It's endless bars and restaurants all over the place. They all have like $1.95 euro beers for sale all day, every day.
Is this a tourist location? It looks like it is, being that it's like a beach community. It's like the Malibu of the Mediterranean.
It felt like Cancun to us. The way that Americans go to Cancun and like all the touristy beachy stuff, it felt like that, but for Europeans, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you just walk around here, you walk up and down, you go to any of the restaurants, any of the shops, any of that stuff, you see whatever.
Yeah,
There's
this is anywhere.
there.
This is like this is like Outer Banks. This is like any little touristy, area.
Yeah, but yeah, so we went to eat there, that Tab, whatever it is there the first night. It's like the one on the far right there. It's like a Greek.
I was on the far right.
Thing. Yeah. We went far right there. But yeah, you sit there, you look at the water, you got loud music playing, you got good food, good drinks. It was a good time the first night, and then
hey, go back one. That's me in the background. Go back 2, 3, right there. That's me.
Yeah, that is you in the background.
That's me in the background.
It's me in the Cypress.
First night we ate there, and then the next day we saw the castle. We walked around some more. The wedding happened. After the wedding, we had the most ridiculous meal I've ever had in my life at I don't even remember which restaurant it was. Maybe it was a Happy Island or something near there, but it was a 4.5 hour meal.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you were like live Discording.
Yeah,
this.
there you are.
You were live Discording this. Yeah,
it was something right around there.
Which we did the math, and you're like, we're still eating. And it was like fucking midnight or something, your time.
Oh.
Over there.
Yeah, by the time the food ended, it was just plate after plate after plate after plate. It just would not stop. I don't know how I ate that much food.
Oh, I'm so envious of you.
And it was all amazing food, too. That was the best part. Like, every single thing that came out was better than the last thing. And the best thing I ate the entire trip, I think, was during that meal, which was the lamb chops. They were like coated in like a mustard sauce with like sage and rosemary on them, and it was everything about the meal was fantastic.
Yeah, but did you go to Cockatoo's Bowling?
We did not. It's a strange place. There's a lot of stuff that's like there's so much stuff that's like run down and just like
go back where you came from.
There's so much nice stuff there too. It's a really weird balance of things.
Must be hard to get materials there, being in the middle of nowhere, right?
I think so.
Isn't it expensive?
No, everything's cheap. Meals are cheap. Drinks are cheap. Everything. They do only have one type of beer. No, they have two kinds of beer there. They have Carlsberg and the Cyprus. Carlsberg was better than all the beers I had in London. It may have helped. It may have helped that they were €2, but whatever.
We're starting an international incident here. I think that's what we're doing.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
I will forever hate London beers.
England will now invade the U.S. based on this podcast.
They already did that.
But it is true. There are cats everywhere.
We'll do it again.
That's right.
Fuck your teeth.
There are cats. There are cats everywhere.
Teeth. That's rude. They have fine teeth. Leave
I
them
know.
alone.
Now that they have their fucking NHS. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Sorry, Ray. I keep interrupting.
No, it's good. It's good. No. But no, there are cats all over Cyprus. Like everywhere you walk, there are cats just laying around, taking food from people. They like pick them up, pet them, whatever. They're just all over Cyprus. It's great.
Did you have to claim the 8 cats that you brought home at customs?
Did I have to? Maybe. Did I? No.
Okay. Shh. Don't investigate us.
But there was a place in Paphos called Why Not Pub and Grill, and we went there multiple nights. The first time we went there, we had the wedding on Friday, and then Saturday went to Old Town, and then we went for food and stuff, and then we went back to the hotel and had the wedding cake and had some more drinks, and then everybody went to bed, and me and Laura were like, hey, we're gonna go out and go walk around. Well, when we started to leave, we ran into our new sister-in-law's dad. I guess that's what you would call that.
Okay.
And he is your very stereotypical Eastern European, grew up during communism man, like just big, burly, bald, speaks very little English, smokes cigarettes constantly, drinks all the time.
Give him my number. I want to party with this guy.
Here he is.
There he is.
So
there he is. Oh. Roy Cat.
Yeah, so you show him a picture of a cat, and he instantly just like starts like smiling and gets all happy because of cats and things like that. It was hilarious. But he walks by us and he just goes, come. And so, because he wanted to go out and drink, so we walked with him. Oh. And we did. And so so we sat at this bar for hours drinking beers. I tried some of the European cigarettes because why not?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Why not? Pub and Grill.
Get a girl.
Yeah, they were better. They were better than American cigarettes. I do have to say that. I do prefer those. If I'm ever going to smoke a cigarette again, it's definitely going to be a European one.
That's like I said earlier. I said 20 minutes ago, I'm going to go to Europe just so I can smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, he told us that he was a champion European climber and all this other stuff, and it was a great night. And then what day that was? Saturday, and then Sunday we just hung out at the resort and didn't really do anything. We just kind of walked around these areas again, had more of the €1.95 beers at these places.
Oh no! Oh no! Damn it! Why are you searching heavy metal play? What? Is there a heavy metal place in Cyprus? we lost Rob. He's off on his own tangent now. Google searching. Oh, wrong country. Wrong country.
Continue.
No, it's all good. But no, then we went to this place for dinner on Saturday night in Cyprus called Dionysus, I think.
Dionysus,
And it was
the Greek god of. I knew that at one point.
Hold on, I will tell you the exact name of it because this place is worth looking up because it is very stereotypical. Democritos.
Oh, so
sorry,
you were nowhere close.
Entirely wrong thing. Nowhere close. Democritos. Yeah, that one. Yeah, they do the full dance show. They do the meal, everything. You can see the dancers there. It's like an hour-long show of them doing traditional Cyprus dances with the music and everything.
I want to go. I want to go to there.
It's a I don't know. It was just a thing they do.
Could you imagine people coming over to America and they just want to go see line dancing? Like,
but it's not. But
is that
motherfucker, we're going to the Yasu this weekend. We're gonna see this type of shit. So yes.
Well, I'm not gonna see it, but as people are, that's fine.
I will be there.
But
watching
that's here.
This shit.
That's here. That's their home country. Why would you do it there?
It's a tourist spot.
It's like we do line dancing here.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why?
We went there for the food. We didn't know about the show. The show just started happening while we were eating the food.
I'm not judging the show. I'm just questioning its existence, guys.
This was another place where we ate entirely too much food. Apparently, there's this thing in Cyprus called a meze, which is just like, in our case, it was 16 dishes. That was it right there, basically. It was falafel, stuffed mushrooms.
I'm gonna move.
That's not a dish.
They count those in. It's the sauces. It's hummus. It's olives, the peppers, beetroot, potatoes.
How are you making me hungry and giving me an erection at the same time?
The fried feta at this place was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. Like, not even compared. It was crispy on the outside. The feta was a little melty and gooey on the inside. Like, one of the best things I've ever eaten, ever. And it was 16 dishes worth of food. It was unreal. And there were traditional Greek places there too. We stopped in one day for a quick lunch of a Greek salad and some of the grape rolls that they make at a traditional Greek place. Those were amazing. Just everything we ate on this trip was just excellent, other than the London beer.
So what I'm taking away from this episode is London sucks balls and England sucks also.
I'm going to say
London
that
is great.
London. I'm going to say that London
I
sucks,
heard
but England is cool.
From England is shit. Anyone from England is shit, and that's what and thanks, mailbox.
I will clarify this for him. Any beer from London is shit. Anybody from Tottenham in London is shit. Rest of London is cool.
Oh, okay. God. Okay. Can't judge the whole country by its city. That's like judging the U.S. by Jamestown. Actually, it's not terrible.
Then it'd be fucking awesome.
It's like judging the whole U.S. by Dallas.
Yankees fans.
Fuck off!
Dallas. Oh. His eyes have been closed on my screen for a long time.
That's it.
It's just me.
Who? What? Me?
Your eyes? Yeah, your eyes closed on Ray's screen, or is he moving, grooving?
My eyes are.
Your eyes are closed.
My eyes are perky as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
your eyes are closed. Anyway, you're back.
Anyway, I'm back. Highly recommend going to London. I am definitely going to go back at some point just so I can go to Arsenal game and see other parts of London. If you ever have a chance to go to Cyprus, I do recommend it. It is very interesting. It's very different, but also similar, but it's also cheap, and it's just a bunch of old shit that you literally cannot see anywhere else.
You sold me at the food. Like, you can stop selling this. This episode is sponsored by the country of Cyprus, by the way. Officially, yes, and food. Sponsored by food.
Yeah, the food in Cyprus is great. I highly recommend going there and just eating and drinking the cheap beers and buying knockoff stuff. I bought a knockoff Arsenal kit for €15. It's clearly a knockoff, but it looks good enough, so why not buy it?
Nice.
I'm down.
And cats everywhere. If you like cats, you can go there and hang out with cats nonstop.
I do like cats. Rum Tugger is a curious cat.
Oh my God. Anyway, Jesus Christ, do we wrap up on this? I don't know where else we go. Is there any more? That was the end of your European romp, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. It was the flying back is weird because you leave at 10 a.m. London time and you get back at 2 p.m. on Houston time, but it's an 11-hour flight, so you're up for 20 hours. But time wise, it's only 4 hours past. I'm still confused and still don't know what time it is.
I guess that explains this episode here live.
And you know what? Go ahead and explain this to your mother later.
Bye, mailbox. I wish I knew how to say that in Cyprusese.
New episodes every Monday.